Okay guys, what's up? So I didn't put this in the video, but I ended up making the bike a roller and it actually started to rain, so which is very convenient. So I put it in the garage with all the parts, as you can see. We are doing the carpet, so I had to bring some stuff from my room out here too, so it's pretty cluttered. What I'm saying is it's a roller, but always check your air bleeders, because how I was talking about the forks were leaking, you know, they're very, very bad. I decided to go, while they're on the bike, I put it on a stand, and I got a screwdriver. Let's see, it's just a normal screwdriver. They're pretty far on there. They're really, really tight, and I've looked, and you can see there's really just no wear on these little bleeders. So I thought, I'm like, I'll just take out some air if there's any air in them, and that should be it. Well, I took out this one first because it was a little bit scuffed. Popped it out, ton of air came out, like a ridiculous amount. This one shot all the way across into the little kegerator over there, or keezer. It shot out, and, well, or no, the other one didn't. I'm sorry, again, god dang, I'm losing my mind. This one shot out because this was the big one. This is where it leaked the most. So, along with that, I got a little piece of plastic from my old tubeless valves. Chopped it up into just no sharp ends. Here, let me see if I can focus. No sharp ends on it. And you get in there, you fold this thing like that, and I used it as a little seal scraper to get any stuff out. Sure enough, a ton of dirt in there, just pulling stuff out. The oil did come through after I hit it because I think I hit the seal on accident. And yeah, so cleaned off the forks with isopropyl alcohol with some of that. Cleaned them off, cleaned out the seals, and I pushed down on the fork, and what do you know? No oil whatsoever at all. Maybe a little bit coming out of here, but I ended up cleaning the seals because I forgot this side right here, and it's like incredible. So along with that information, I don't know if I want to do the fork seals yet. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple days. In the morning I'll come in, compact the forks. Rear shock's not leaking at all, so that's pretty nice. I'm gonna get the spring. I might actually try to spray paint this spring. I've heard you could do it with some VHT paint, the epoxy base, so I might make it black, I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind putting an anodized coating or have it powder coated if it's the right price. I did hit this with the Scotch-Brite actually. I covered up the seals and the fork lowers. No, it looks pretty freaking awesome. Can't really see it, but it looks way nice. So, I thought about it, and I figured I have some stuff that I could put on the bike. Like I've already hooked up the linkage. I'm going to be pulling this off. I'm going to get a Scotch-Brite wheel and completely hit the swing arm. All that. I'm going to touch up the paint with the VHT stuff I have for Yamaha, the Yamaha Blue. And I figured, I'm like, why is this just a frame right now when I could put like other stuff on? So, behold the airbox that I took off. I took off all the vinyl in the last video. We're going to put the airbox on today. As you guys can see back here too, all the parts are just jammed under here. So, whatever parts I can throw on maybe, I might be able to throw on these panels for now, before I get the Aceribus ones. I found the plastics I do want. They make a 90 or 2000s replica, but a more aftermarket front and rear fender, and it fits the bike, but Aceribus doesn't make it. Only Rocky Mountain sells it currently, and like eBay, so a couple sellers. So I'm gonna hit them up, see if they can maybe shoot me out that set, see if they can put it on their side or send me it and I can pay them. But I might throw these on while I have them. I think they're UFO, but I'm actually not sure. They do look like an Aceribus style plastic, but who knows, we might be able to put these on with the airbox. I'm going to clean out the airbox in this video. I'm going to clean the airbox first, maybe throw plastics on, a couple plastics, and then I wouldn't mind doing some of the wiring today. I do have the stator, a little like coil pack in one of these boxes, and the kill switch, so I might hook up a ground. It's down here. Also tested the rear brakes and they work also. Let's see. I do not see it right here. It must be in a different, oh, it's down there. But I wouldn't mind hooking it up to the frame and get that sorted, so when the engine's good, that's it. Also, I might be putting the bottom end in pretty soon. I figured I'll buy the kit for the bottom end before the top end. And I've done some thinking. I actually am starting to get a little bit unsure on whether I'd like to do the 300 kit. I'd really like to do it, but I just want to know how the 250 would feel on trails, so might be a good idea. Also, another thing that I found out about the bike is this lower right here. It's actually stripped right here, this only bolt, which is a big bummer. It's fully stripped, it skips. So eBay is on my side. I found a clamp, so I might be picking that up to either probably this week. Get the fork sorted out, adjust them, and adjust the high and low compression so far. And yeah, that should be pretty good. Also, I'm gonna buy the throttle tube by Motion Pro. I think Animal Racing makes one for my 450, but I wouldn't mind getting one for the Motion Pro. That way I have a full metal throttle assembly. Yeah, that's some updates on the channel right now. This is like 2 days after, so this video will probably go on probably a week after that last video. Yeah, let's start cleaning up this air box and put it on maybe. Let's see how it looks with the subframe. Also, I gotta figure out the linkage. I don't know how to put it in because usually you'd be able to see the rebound and I can't, so I might have to do a little bit of research to mount that up. Yeah, let's get on this airbox. Okay guys, so we pretty much just did another video. How to clean up your forks. They look freaking awesome. Little lowers over here, looking all shiny. But airbox is nearly clean. So let's pull the subframe off. You know, hit it maybe with some. Then we'll throw the airbox in. I think it's ready to go. Yeah, let's just start hitting it. So I believe it's a 12 mil on the top, probably like a 10 on the bottoms. So let's do it. Oh no, this is like a 1/2 inch it looks like. It's a pretty decent size for subframe. Yep. Ooh. Oh no, where did it go? Alright, so pretty much just going to loosen these up. It's going to be pretty tight. It's not too bad. I'm going to move this over. I am literally so squeezed up on room right now, so kind of doesn't help that I'm in the garage and all this stuff is getting moved out pretty much. Alright, that should be good. Then you pretty much just slide out the top. This axle is actually in pretty good condition other than a little bit of scoring up there, but that should be good. I could hit it with some Maxima grease before we put it in. Then these ones should be, I think, 10s. Should be able to hit them with the metric size. Yep, perfect. The ratcheting now. I'm not going to pull this one all the way out because I want to get this one out too without having this side drop. This side's tight. I just hit myself in the side of the head with these bars. Kind of hurt. Just kind of work this one out. Okay. Move this back so you guys can see. Pretty much just taking this side out first is just the hardest to get to. And I'll slide that side out. I can even do this. It's being super annoying. And then the AC vent comes on. It's being so annoying. Oh, finally. Yeah. Okay, so now it's finger loose, pretty much. This is pretty contaminated, so I'll hit it with the Scotch-Brite. Definitely gonna hit it with the Scotch-Brite. And this should be it. It's already starting to move. This bolt seems really nice on this side, so I won't have to do that. Okay, I'll leave that there for just a moment. Grab this. There's the subframe. It's actually pretty light. So let's go back outside and hook the airbox up. Ooh, I got some dust over there from something. I must have been Scotch-Brite. Here we have the subframe. I think it goes like this. Yeah, the seat post goes like this. I honestly don't even know how this subframe hooks up. So there's a first for everything, and this is definitely a first. I think it goes like that. I think it goes like this. You know? I probably should have done research. I don't know how to put this thing in there. Oh shoot. Oh, maybe this goes on the outside? Oh yeah. Clips on that side, it looks like. Is that how it goes? Seriously? Kind of looks like it. I mean, yeah, I guess. It'll sit, yeah. Alright, let's go get some bolts, and I'll be right back with some bolts, and we'll hook it up, I guess. I don't know if I need a weight on one of these for the plastics. I think I do on this one, but yeah, let's hook it up, I guess. Let's make it kind of official. Alright, so right here I got kind of a big thing of bolts. Looks like the rollers and stuff like that, but looks like the plastic bolts, some of them are in here. So I'm just going to kind of piece together a couple and throw them in. Only thing is, I don't know which ones are supposed to be long or not, so I'm just kind of guessing here. Hopefully they thread in. Looks like they will. Looks like they're going in without a problem. I just don't know which one's to which. So if they work, they work. I still will be getting the bolt kit though, so it's no harm done pretty much. It will be fixed in the future. I can flip down the side now and have it not fall off too, so that's pretty nice. These are all pretty long, other than this one. So I might use this one and a different colored one. Well, that might be the same size. No. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find a matching bolt. Oh, here we go. There's two matching ones. These should work. Let's see. Yep, there's a spot. Man, this actually looks pretty cool with the side frame. I thought it would look a little bit uglier because when I tried to match up the plastics to see how the side plastic would look, it looked really, really bad. Now I was kind of worried, but this is kind of a relief. Flip the subframe upside down for this one. It really doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's going to be weird getting around the shock probably. But put the subframe on. So I'll go get an 8mm. See how she goes. Actually, I'll set this tank up first. Done. It's kind of stupid. Alright, let's get this. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Look at that. What are you doing?
Trying to put on the cap on Mac Salad.
Maybe a YouTube video, pretty much. Stay a little picky. What do you think?
Looks good.
Really? Even my brother said it looks good, so it counts.
The bars are the exact same as mine, just like
Dude, I'm actually kind of, these bars are kind of growing on me. I kind of like them.
if you look at mine, they're the exact same style, and it also says SE like mine.
Decided I wanted to say really kind of screw it and throw this thing kind of together.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean I have it.
Why not want something on there?
Sure. How's my brother, guys? He just came out. I think he's throwing some stuff on some macaroni salad. I don't know. That side's being a pain, so I have to go to the Allen for that, but it's okay. Dude, this thing's sweet. Oh my god. This thing is so awesome. That, did that. Let's see, what else do I have to do? I think that's it. No? Alright, actually, you gotta go like this. How do I get it off there? Huh, I don't know how to slide this thing in this tank. There it is, I got it. Okay, that's alright. This thing's still super wobbly, so there must be another mounting point. Might hook up to the engine. I don't know. Let's throw these plastics on and should be it. Dude, this is sweet. This is gonna look like a completely different bike with these side panels and stuff on, honestly. I think I'll just Ronnie Mac it. Just like this. I'll just It's not even in the socket piece. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely it. For a minute, guys, I thought this was actually an IMS tank. I was definitely wrong. There's no way. Definitely I am. That sits it's pretty small. I think it's only 2 gallons. So I think I might just stick with a 3 from IMS. That should be good enough. Alright guys, that's it. So I'll get back to you in a minute. I'm honestly gonna leave these plastics on for right now. Like, dude, look at how mean it looks. Still doesn't have an engine, I know that. Dude, shock looks awesome in there. I might throw a sticker on there actually. Just look at the bike. Oh, I'm tilted, I'm so far back. Look at that. This bike is going to be so sick. The FMF sticking right out here. Big old fender. I could throw in all the other stuff, but I just don't feel like it. Guys, this is so awesome. I'm so excited. Dude, look at that back view. Yeah, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.